Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem. You may recognize where we are. Well, I've gone through this mission. It took more than one attempt to get here in a good spot. Yep, I hate this mission. I think I've decided. There are many things I hate about it. One of the things I hate most is that this door right here is the fact that when you click on this, right, to click here, the first action that shows up is door rather than attack. So I've killed a couple of things in the room already, but I have used 2 divine pulses on the door when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just attack the person who's standing right here. Nope, divine pulse, like hit the door, open the door, go. Nope, that's no good. Anyway, the situation where we're in now, we have 1 divine pulse, we have 2 choices. We can either kill this guy or kill the Death Knight. I'm gonna try and kill the Death Knight. If that fails, what we will do is simply rewind and kill this guy. We have about 1 billion ways that we could kill this guy, all of them 100% valid. And by the way, just to show you, rest of the map, no other enemies. They are all dead. They're 100% dead. I use the same squad for the right hand side and the left hand side. Main differences are I use the Pure Water and Balthus for this bit, which kind of let us push through, and I used Constance to take out this guy, which worked brilliantly because she could kill him in one go. It's unsurprisingly being a magic user. Anyway, Gambit. So this is our Stride Gambit. It hits everyone bar Yuri. Perfect. Let's go. So I've got Constance doing that, which is necessary for getting in the room. I have Lindhart opening the door because there's no point Lindhart not opening the door. He is our, healer. So if we're not going to heal, he's kind of pointless. Now we have to kill the Death Knight. Now how are we going to do that? That's a great question. I just want to check something here. What's our chances? If I just use our thing here, we do 22 damage. I can do 27 guaranteed damage. Okay. Can you get in there? No, you're 1 square away. I was wondering whether I could use Wind Sweep on him. Obviously I can't use it because he's not available, but if I could, that would have worked. So you live. Interesting. Well, I mean, if you don't get crit, you live, but that's okay. We can think about that. One of these actually lowers your crit. Rushing Blow lowers crit. Huh. I did not know that. So we can do 14 damage to this guy, leaving him at 35. Okay. Okay, 35? That's getting there. So what's our... Sorry, how much are we doing? Doing 27. So we're doing 27... Sorry, 28. We can do 28 if we want to risk 7%. We can do 28. So we need to somehow get another 7 damage from somewhere. Now, I would reckon that our best odds might be Yuri using his bow. Unfortunately, this guy does have unlimited attack range back. But no, there's no way. No way that's going in without it being an instant kill. That's unfortunate. Do you think anybody can get anything that isn't an instant kill? I guess we could try Gambits. That's our next port of call, right? Like, if the rest of it doesn't work, try Gambits. Now, Gambits are based on charm, so whoever has the higher charm is likely to do well. Or what we could do is we could instead buff up our attack, our strength, to try and get more damage. Now, that probably won't work necessarily, but we could also buff up someone else's strength.
Oh, no.
Let's go see. What's your chances of a Gambit? 55. Now, that's not bad. I don't believe he takes the negative from the Gambit, but that 55 gives me some hope. Does anybody have a ranged Gambit? I don't think we have any yet. No, we don't have any ranged Gambits yet. So it would have to be... The thing is, we only have so many melee positions here, right? Or wonder, I was checking with our rapier, but actually it doesn't matter if I use some of the other stuff. Let me just have a look. How much does the Sword of the Creator do? Oh, it's not even close. Oh, okay, no, it does matter. This matters a huge amount which one we use. Okay, so we're looking at 21. So 55 is our best Gambit so far. Let's have a look. Let's see what other Gambits we got. That's a 0 damage Gambit. That's probably not really going to cut it. Petra. Now Petra has a crit, if they go below 50% HP. That's not too useful because we'll die from hitting them, but it's just something to think about. Poison tactics likely to do nothing. Just out of curiosity, how much damage do you do? Not worth talking about that one there. Caspar, could you live a single attack with anything? That'll be a no, huh? Just like let's not even consider it. That's a no. Okay. So I kind of feel like I want to go in with Balthus first. The reason I want to go in with Balthus first is because he might open up other opportunities, right? Because him being there is going to buff up other people. If I do this, they get 2 strikes of a 28%, and we're doing... That puts us at 31. Okay. If I use Fading Blow, he gets 2 strikes at 18. We only get 1 shot at this. I think we go all the way. I think we try as much damage as possible. Let's go.
I have no need of you.
Instant crit. I forgot, we get to do our attacks first. Instant crit. Yeah, it was an instant crit last time. I wonder if that's a guaranteed crit. Oh well. You know, there's our thinking about things gone. Alright, alternatively...
Stay focused.
Die a horrible death. Whatever you... Ooh, actually, we don't have an 100% hit. Okay, we can make that 100%.
Sure thing.
Get you in here. Get you shooting. There we go. Now it's an 100% kill. Right. In. Here. That is an 100... Pretty much an 100% kill. In fact, if we use Grounder, that's 100%. So now that I know that we have the 100% kill, I'm going to be very careful.
That's my cue.
I might try and feed it to someone else. Because we don't need it. We're level 14. Caspar is probably the most in need of levels. The reason I say Caspar is most in need is because he, well, he's meant to be tanky. I might just actually chuck in an attack here, rather than try and get him anything more. Okay, cool. Yeah, he got level up. It's not bad. I mean, it wasn't a good level up, but I mean, it's good that he got a level up. Anyone else? Ooh, Bernadetta's like super close to a level up, and she's strong against this type of thing. Let's see. That's a kill. Bernadetta, it's all on you. See you, Death Knight.
I thought I was dead.
Level 14.
What did I expect?
Kill them.
Halt! You're having a bit too much fun.
You are getting in the way of my game.
Huh. You'll have more opportunities to play soon. Your work here is done.
Understood. I will go.
We will cross paths again. I am the Flame Emperor. It is I who will reforge the world.
See you later.
Flame Emperor? Rather worrisome that he sounds intent on showing up again.
I didn't notice that, but actually the game does say he quite a lot with the Flame Emperor. And they call him Emperor. Yeah, that's kind of neat, because they're deliberately kind of throwing you off the scent.
Are they both okay? We should get them out of here.
Ferdinand? Where's Ferdinand? Ferdinand is kind of here. He's an adjutant of Constance, but still, interesting that he gets a line.
The enemy is withdrawn. Let's carry them up.
I mean, Hubert also gets a line. Even though Hubert isn't here either. And that was on turn 25. MVP is Balthus. Yeah, the Balthus in this fight pretty much tanked every hit that was shot, so was likely going to be MVP just due to being the one who got the most return hits. Yeah. I think that we are like significantly weaker than we should be at this point of the game, but that's good. I like that. I like being weaker. We also haven't used any of the stat boosters, like even ones that we randomly got. Like we haven't used any stat boosters. We haven't used any chalice things where we can attack back from infinite range. This is as clean a maddening run as you can get so far, which is good.
They're pale and their pulses are slow. Still, I don't believe their lives are in danger.
I think our first Maddening run was also pretty clean, although we did use the DLC boosters. So yeah, slightly less clean, but yeah. Oh, also we got the 2 chests in this one. 11 sword, which is amazing. So basically it can, it's magic damage sword. And then the other one we got was the March Ring, which allowed you to go 1 extra space, which is huge, potentially.
You found Flayn? Where?
You missed the most important part of the mission. We found her within that secret passage.
I just realized something. The reason why all your house leaders leave during this mission is because Edelgard leaves in this one. Because she has to turn up at the end, and they want to like keep Edelgard secret. Like they want to obfuscate it, make it less obvious that it's just Edelgard who leaves in this mission. Yeah, because I just remembered, like the house leader leaves in all of them, but Edelgard's the only one who shows up during the mission at some point. I think that's neat. Yeah, I'm noticing all the things they tried to do to just throw the scent off a little bit here and there.
The culprits were the Death Knight and... what was his name? Ah, the Flame Emperor. Sadly, they got away.
All that matters is Flayn's safety. Right, Professor?
Right.
We will take these 2 to the infirmary. Professor, please inform Seteth.
Whatever the circumstance, I'm glad Flayn is safe. Though I'm curious to find out who that other girl is. Huh? Professor? Is that a smile? You look happy. I don't think I've ever seen you like this before. Anyhow, we should hurry to Seteth. He must be beside himself by now.
Yeah. So we can now go speak to Seteth and...
Professor, please allow me to express my eternal gratitude once more. Flayn is safe and sound, and I have you to thank for that.
You definitely do.
Mere words could never express how thankful I am. I am indebted to you.
I will take your debt in the form of currency. Could you please provide me 10,000 gold? I'm just happy she's safe.
Yes, indeed. I too am overjoyed.
But why was Flayn taken to begin with?
Her kidnapper was the masked knight who vanished during the Rite of Rebirth, the one known as the Death Knight. Considering the circumstances, it seems plausible to assume that his true identity is Yuritsa. And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motives are yet unclear. However, I have an idea. I believe the enemy may have been after Flayn's blood. The blood that flows through her veins is special. It is extremely rare, and extremely dangerous. If enemies who know the secrets of Flayn's blood have appeared, our only option is to leave the monastery and go into hiding.
Brother, wait.
Aha. You, our newest member of our permanent party, have arrived.
Flayn, what are you doing here? You should be resting.
I do not like the path of your thoughts. I do not wish to live in some lonely, remote location where I never get to see anyone. Not ever again.
If we stay here, you may be targeted again. Wouldn't it be better for the 2 of us to live in peace?
Even if we ran off to some new, secret location, there is no guarantee that they would not find us. That is why I believe it would be safest to stay in the monastery, where we are surrounded by capable knights and professors.
I see your point. I do. However...
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class?
That is a great idea.
You think so too? I am so very pleased to hear that. With a professor like you nearby, I shall be safe no matter what foe should appear.
I see. I am afraid you have a good point. Professor, due to my position, I have closely scrutinized everything about you. After all that has happened, I must admit that you are indeed a trusted ally. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flayn's safety?
It would be my pleasure.
I am so glad that Flayn is safe. Yet I can't help but wonder what the story is about that other girl. She wore the uniform of the academy. But who is she?
Uh-huh. So now we have our suspicions about Monica.
Well done, Professor. I see that I was right to ask your class for assistance. I have been told that Manuela and Flayn are recovering nicely, as is Monica.
Is Monica a student here?
Monica, the girl you rescued along with Flayn, is also a student of the Officers' Academy. However...
She is a student from last year's class. She went missing just before she would have graduated. It never occurred to us that something might have happened to her at the monastery. We assumed she had run away. I never dreamed that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once she has fully recovered. Our enemies are still out there, so we must remain cautious and continue our investigation. However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
After all, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field next month.
Yes, the students will remember it for the rest of their lives.
Unfortunately, I also believe that given the amount of times you've said the Battle of Gronder Field, or the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, I might remember it for the rest of my life.
Please guide them so that they may show us their best at the coming battle.
So, you'll be going to Gronder Field next month. You've never been there before, have you? There is unease in the western side of the Empire, but everything east of the capital, Enbar, is stable. Well, there was a noble rebellion a short while ago, but it didn't amount to much.
Will you come to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Sorry, but I've got my own mission, and it's far from Gronder Field. The Church has always been quick to make use of those who work for them. What I'm more concerned about is finding out who among us is pulling the strings. Ever since the Rite of Rebirth, strange groups have been seen around Garreg Mach and elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead. Not that it's likely, but if something like that ever happens to me, search this room, every corner, behind every shelf. I'm going to leave something for you.
I promise.
Don't just nod solemnly. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just being cautious. Then again, I guess you're always solemn.
Okay. I wonder whether Geralt knew anything about what was had any thoughts that something dangerous might be happening to him, because until this point he hadn't done any of this sort of preparing for the future stuff.
Part 1. White Clouds. Wyvern Moon. Field of the Eagle and Lion. From on high, flocks of wyverns roar in chorus and soar the pristine skies, heading south for the winter. Fódlan's children lend their hands to winter preparations by gathering firewood and catching fish from the river's cool waters. Yet all the while, their gazes are turned skyward, drawn to the magnificent sight above.
Cool. So now we've done that. Do we go... I don't think we get another story thing before the... I don't think we get another story thing before we jump into an explorer here. Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I think we're good. I don't think there's any other random stuff. We've already been told what our mission is for next month, so I think it is, in theory... Yeah, we get our 5,000 gold. Power logs are open. Marianne, I would love to know how you're doing.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too?
That's right. We like the church.
I see. That's why I'm here too.
What were you praying for?
Oh, nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks. Or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way.
Do you have a moment to chat?
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people. The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here.
Why is that?
Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am.
Well, I'm sorry to have disturbed you.
No need to apologize. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
Bye. And we got our sea level support. Anyone else? Oh, we do get a story bit.
Professor, you already know about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, correct?
Yes, I am, very, very aware of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I can't recall.
Well then, allow me to fill you in. It's a large-scale mock battle between the rival houses that takes place every year.
Its scale is incomparable to the mock battle we fought during the Great Tree Moon. It will take place in the vast Gronder Field. That is in Empire territory to the southeast of Garreg Mach.
Whichever house defeats the most opponents wins. Of course, the professors also fight alongside their respective houses.
Well, usually. Professor Manuela is being prudent. She will not be participating this year. Since his longtime rival will be absent, Professor Hanneman has also declined.
Well, in that case, I must sit out too.
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
Are you feeling any better, Professor Manuela?
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
I don't need to see you collapsed outside the battlefield either, if I'm perfectly honest with you.
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you.
Well, this doesn't seem fair.
Oh my, look at you! If you're as confident as all that, my students will walk all over you.
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
Okay. And now we have Sunday. I have a horrible feeling in the back of my mind that this is a fishing month. A horrible, horrible dread. It's fishing tournament. Oh, it's bad, but it's not as bad. Okay, we also have two here. So we have Rumored Nuptials, which is the Dorothea and Ingrid one. And we have Black Market Scheme, which is Happy and Balthus's. Happy and Balthus's might be easier than it was last time we tried it. It's still a difficult one, but it might be a lot easier because we actually have a leveled up Balthus, which last time we had a leveled up Happy. And having Balthus is huge because that means we have a tank in that area of the map when previously we just did not. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Rumored Nuptials. I'm trying to think how that would be. That one's not too bad, but we would run into issues. Last time I think we cheesed it with the chalice that lets you attack back from infinite range. I don't know how we would... Yeah, that's going to be very difficult this time. Because we're actually going to have to do it properly. We can also just ignore them and do them at another time. I mean, actually I can go into the battle right now, can I? Yeah. Even though we don't want to. Yeah, it's just telling us about power logs. But this is 222 for both of them. So we have a long time on both of them. So we could potentially hold off until we're a higher level. If we wanted to, which is possible. The other thing we should do right away, though, is get our certifications sorted, because now I can afford the remaining intermediate seals that we need. So, let's have a look. Oh, also while I'm here, just so I don't forget, do a little replenish, because we did pretty much get most of our battalions hurt in that last battle. Certification. So we got ours, we're good. Edelgard got hers. Lindhart. Lindhart, you are quite clear. You finished your current class, right? Yep. So you are a priest. This is the easiest one that we could ever choose for you, right? It's just simple. He's priest. There we go. We got a pass.
I passed? Well done, me.
Yes, good. So that's just a straight upgrade. Caspar has his, Bernadetta has hers, although we didn't have we need to change Bernadetta's class because she now has a new class. So let's reclass Bernadetta just into the new one. I was just going slow. We need to reclass you as well. So reclass to Brigand. Oh, so we were doing that last one with some lower classes as well. That was probably not the ideal thing to do. Maybe I should have switched them earlier. Okay, now Bernadetta gets to be in this class, which is much better for her. Right, certifications. Dorothea, now you are going to just go straight away up to the next class. And you're going to be a mage, because it makes sense. You mostly use magic. Even if we've got you using a little bit of, I think it's swords for her we have as our secondary, but like...
I passed thanks to you, Professor.
She's pretty much, just solely that. Now, I only have one left, I believe. Let me double check. Who else does I needing? Happy. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to need to go buy some more of Renown, because I also need to get Flayn into a different class. Because Flayn, I mean, you might think that you're going to be a priest here. But the thing is, you can fly. I believe in you. So Flayn, you are a Pegasus Knight. There we go.
I have succeeded.
Yep, switch her over. Battalion is no longer relevant. Now, let me double check. We are like one down, right? We want her to be made. Oh no, we have one more. Perfect. That actually worked out absolutely fine. Never mind, we're good. Then we have a mage for Happy. And a stat boost.
Easy peasy.
Oh, I guess maybe we were given one when we got Flayn and I missed it or something like that. Anyway, or maybe I didn't use as many. Flayn is our next thing to look at because Flayn is a permanent member of our party. We need to decide something for her. Lance and Faith is what it recommends. That seems like not a bad shout. Right, what does she need for Pegasus Knight? For Pegasus Knight, and she can't use magic on a Pegasus Knight, can she? Probably not. But you need, but you need Faith for it, don't you? Or is that, I should have checked what the requirements were for having it. I can check what the requirements are for the higher level, but I'm sure... No, okay, so you don't need Faith. So Faith is not something that she's going to be able to use, right? Just checking that out. Faith is, I believe, something she is going to be unable to use in her class. So her 2 ones are going to be Sword and Lance. Okay, so we want to immediately just ignore Faith and do Sword and Lance. Yeah, I'll switch it over, but, you know, if I'm wrong, let me know. But if she can't use Faith, and we're going to make her a flyer, like, you know, it seems like she's going to have to be Sword and Lance. And we don't really want her to be Faith, because we have many other people who are going to be doing Faith. Like, we have a ton of other Faith users, including, like, some that we haven't recruited yet. I mean, if I look at our recruitment list for main party, we have Manuela in there. Hanneman's probably going to have Faith spells as well. So, you know, we've got at least 2 right off the bat that are going to be able to do it. And that's not including the fact that we already have potentially Lintar. I don't know if he's going to be in our final one, but we have Balthus and we have Constance, who are both in our final party using Faith. We have Yuri in our final party using Faith. I mean, there's already 3 off healers once we get them to the final classes. So, yeah, I think this is fine. I think Sword and Faith is, or Sword and Lance is good for her. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Right, and then I just want to check one other thing on her. Oh, you know what? She probably joined our party with an intermediate seal. That's probably what happened, because most people do. Why did I just take all of her? I guess I'm going to re-equip her later anyway. What's her Lily's Poise do? It's been a while. Adjacent allies take 3 less damage during combat. Not amazing. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. Did she get a special? She doesn't get a special combat art. Okay, and does she have a like a hidden talent thing? Flayn. Flayn does have a hidden talent in reason. Huh. That's not really going to be very useful for her in this particular one. Okay, cool. And now we have some supports left. Okay, and I think they're all new because we got Balthus and... yeah, we got Balthus and Yuri and Dorothea. Let's have some Yuri and Dorothea.
Nice to see you, Yurikins. I was wondering if you might do me a favor.
I love the nickname of Yurikins.
You're looking a bit serious, Ladybird. Oh, your foot. What happened?
It's healing nicely, but I'm not supposed to put too much weight on it.
Ah, so that's why you've called me here. What do you need? Help with errands?
Not an errand, an opera.
I see.
There's been some loose plans for a performance. Nothing professional, strictly volunteer. I signed up to take part as one of the main roles. And then this happened. The professor told me I should bow out just to be on the safe side.
Makes sense to stay off your feet while you heal. Meanwhile, you want me to fill your role, right?
Got it in one. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Surely someone else is up to the task. Professor Manuela, for example.
Already tried. Trust me, I wouldn't ask unless I was desperate. I knew how much you'd hate the idea.
Aside from hating it, I also wouldn't remotely sound like you do.
Oh, don't worry about that. Most of our audience won't be able to tell the difference. The crowd's going to be a bunch of down-on-their-luck children that the monastery's taken in. I'm only talking about a small festival in the plaza. We want to give them a good show, that's all. You have an idea of what they've been through. I thought you might want to pitch in.
Ooh, she's pressing all the right buttons.
I hear your ankle. Fine, yes, I'll do it.
Good for you. I knew you'd rise to the occasion.
You certainly know how to pull heartstrings to get your way, don't you? Where did you learn to do that anyway? The opera?
Could be. I've never known a songstress who wasn't both beautiful and resourceful. Now, are you ready to go over the libretto? You've got a lot of rehearsing to do before the performance. Seriously, though. Thanks, Yurikins.
Yeah.
Well, I have a good feeling about the A support for that one. And now we have Yuri and Balthus. Let's go.
Oh, this is pointless. My head's about to split in two.
Wow, Balthus, what's with you, friend? Never seen you so deep in thought. Next thing I know, snow will be dumping out of the sky here in Abyss.
Shut your trap. I'm driving myself crazy over here. Got a lot on my mind, okay?
Like?
Fine. You know how I never got any stories out of you the other day?
How could I forget? I won every last round. It was clear that both Lady Luck and the goddess herself had given up on you. Your powers of deliberation weren't any help either.
You caught me off my stride, got it? But it was clear I'd never win a story from you, so I went digging.
Uh-huh.
I was especially curious about that crest of yours, so I went rifling around for a lead. And got to thinking.
You must have time on your hands if you're spending it thinking. Well, let's hear it.
There's a story they tell where my mom grew up. Long ago, the village got in a squabble with some folks looking to conquer the place. A village elder gave some holy red stuff to their wounded soldiers. Some kind of liquid, who knows? After she did that, some of them made a complete recovery, against all odds. The rest of them were changed, but not for the better. They up and vanished before long.
And then?
Did Yuri not also have a story where he was healed by a village elder? Interesting.
Crests suddenly manifested for the ones who survived.
Oh, yes he did.
They weren't inherited or gifted by the goddess. It's a real thinker, yeah?
Near death but survived, despite all odds. Wait, the elder whom my mom saved. Could he have used something similar? No, it can't be. Yet, something here is unsettling in its familiarity.
Hit the mark, did I?
I don't know whether you hit the mark or missed it entirely, but your story was a cute one, regardless. The truth is, I've been trying to sort out who I am, and well, I haven't been successful in it. I don't even know whether my mother is truly my birth mother, or why it is I have this quest. At this point, I have nothing but speculations. Maybe I'll sink into my grave without ever knowing the truth.
Lots of things in life don't have an answer. Just pick the story you like best and run with it. That's better than finding out a truth you can't live with. You can really mess your head up like that.
Damn it, you're right. To think that something so trivial could bother someone like me.
Look who's a quick learner. Thinking too much will sap your energy, pal. I avoid it whenever possible. In fact, it's been ages since I last thought so deeply. My head is really hurting now.
But if that old legend is true, what was that holy red stuff?
What happened to the banished soldiers? Once I start thinking about all that, I keep going round and round in my head. And then it's dawn. And then it's nightfall. And then it's dawn again. And...
Hey, Balthus?
He literally thought himself into... like, he fainted from thinking too much.
Let me at him! Oh. Not a fight then. That's what I get for overusing the old noggin.
You damn fool.
Okay. So, that gave us a little bit of insight into some stuff there about Yuri. So his crest, not inherited, but instead given. Okay. That's very, very interesting. So his crest was given similarly to the way that Edelgard and Lysithea got their crests. However, he doesn't have white hair, but that could also be because his hair is purple and it matches his eyeshadow, so there's a chance that it's dyed. Okay. And two, right? It could mean that these village elders were, instead of using, like, you know, just some random... like, instead of just trying to do experiments like the people of Edelgard and Lysithea were doing, actually knew the original process. And I assume the red stuff had to be, like, well, I don't know, I assume, like, the blood of the gods, essentially. Well, whatever their actual term is, I've forgotten what they're called. They've got a proper name, but anyway. Essentially, the blood of those people. So, like, for instance, the blood of Flayn, that might be the reason why people are really, really looking for it, is because they know that that's a surefire reason. That's a surefire way to get what they need done, right? That's a surefire way to get crests and to you know, heal up people. Interesting. Yeah, that's got some ideas for me. I want to see what the final one of that is. That appears to be the main lore one that we've got going. I mean, Constance had some good lore going along with Edelgard, but that's obviously going to stop. So yeah, this is the last big lore one that I think we have. This is the last big lore dump, is Yuri and Balthus's A. Anyway, I am going to end the episode there. I do apologize that it's a little bit shorter than it usually is. Basically, and the fact there hasn't been an episode in a couple of days. The reason why is essentially when I fail a mission in this game, it leaves me with two options. And I went for the option of we're going to come and we're going to go into this mission and we're going to just start from the end and finish it, right? It's going to be done. The reason why it took a little bit longer is because each attempt takes a long amount of time to get, like, to do off camera. Now, I could have done several episodes where I just did this mission over and over again, but I wanted it to be, like, for people who are watching a playlist of this, I want it to be a smooth experience. So even though we got a failure at the end of last time, the story continues. So that's basically the reason why it's been a couple of days, is I needed to find that slot of time to do stuff off camera, but that was stuff that was time where I wasn't recording it, basically, if that makes sense. Anyway, hopefully it'll be a little bit more smooth from here on. We've got some exploring to do. Unlikely to fail and explore, I hope. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. And then, yeah, we'll see how things go. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.